probably tone it down a little bit.
We're serious. Julia's like, no, I'm in This is a convention of nerds. Every road is
Every 10 seconds. Huh? Oh, Facebook. You're testing Facebook Live. Alright. Yeah, IndieNomicon. You just go to the main page. Yeah. Live. Open that up. Oh. Okay. Yeah, that's what I see. So you're good right now. Okay. So yeah, that works. Oh, because I can look at the comments, right?
Joker up here, like up there, looks better.
Live video. Try to you're go back. Go figure out how to make a comment. That's what I want you to figure out. Just post it. Just post something. Anyway, hey, what's up, guys? Live from the booth.
you got a headset on. Okay. You have the cross? Oh, okay, that's even better. I have to admit. Yeah, the first part. So if I already want to make I like that. Yeah, it's like the experience for the ISS. There's one that's called, what is it? ISS. So, that's what I see.
Space Jam Zoom call. This is Mission Control. Can you read me? Zoom. Give me a loud and clear in the chat. Sweet, awesome. So, just a little bit of logistics. This is new this year, and if you guys don't know who I am, my name is Chad Hoover. Normally I am down there. This is Tony. And so we're going to try to get the best way we can. So if you want to find that, this weekend is going to be super critical, super important. So be patient, and we're going to do our best to make this as best as we can. The first time in 2 years, probably going to be a little rough around the edges. Just so everyone understands that. We're going to be good. We're going to get through today. And the weekend, I really appreciate and we're going to give them clarity to get this started. Your best bet to communicate to me is through the chat, and I'll do my best. Okay?
Hello, everyone. Are we live? Are we live? No. Okay, it'll take a few seconds. We are new to Twitch. Amber's not. Okay, we are live. We are on the internet. Hello, everyone. So.
You can tell you folks, stay sound. What? No.
Live from up in the bush. How you guys doing tonight?
Amazing.
Oh, it's been 2 years. I know you can be louder. How you guys doing? Sweet. We are going to start in just a moment, and I hope you guys are excited because I know we are.
Go in space. There's no sound in space, so there's video. Here's my side. Yeah. White noise. Yeah.
Yeah. I have to hear this again.
It's terrible.
He doesn't, so she doesn't know who you are.
It's like,
My lifestyle system has the way they talk is like, I can barely even hear you. Yeah, I've heard that being used instead of unique.
Final countdown. Yeah, you'll be very well for
What do they know?
Got it.
I just found out the other day that they're doing something with the hospital. Yeah, I don't know if it'll make it better because there's still a delay. So I went to the dentist. It is. But there's an issue. And it doesn't like when you see it. Yes. So that's the biggest issue. But I agree that brackets they're not. They're not like doesn't include it or doesn't have that great mechanism. For the library, that's fine.
What's up? Cool, that's cool. Yeah, just make sure that's good. I'm gonna do my best. Go down there. Talk to Steve, and he's co-host. Make sure he knows that, and then give me a thumbs up.
Yeah,
What?
Yeah.
That's your guy right there. Oh, your dude? Okay. I don't know. Oh, I can do mine. Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2. I'm loud. What's my mute? Stuff
You're yellow.
on the far one.
Yeah, so this is actually probably easier for you to get. That's you.
Mute it.
One.
Mute it.
It's muted now.
Okay.
So the light means it's on.
Okay.
And light off means muted.
Yep.
Well, how he's wearing these, I can barely see. Why are you wearing two visors?
COVID. 19, 20, and 21. Commander Dave, are we good to go?
Where did he go?
We don't know.
All right.
Turn the computer.
Just going. Thank you for your patience. Space mission going take a long time. It's been a long time since we had the last.
Why is Steve not in the chat? Steve's not in here anymore, and the camera's backwards. So Steve needs to come in, or the camera needs to rotate.
By show of hands, who is this your first game jam? Is this your first game jam? Raise your hand. Thank you all for being great. Now, I'm curious, who here has been to Space Jam before? Okay. Who here has been to 2 or more? Who's been here to 3 or more? Wow. 4? 5? Okay, 6? So, this is the Galactic IndieNomicon 2021. Welcome back. Happy to be back. We skipped last year for obvious reasons.
What's going on?
Issues. We're troubleshooting.
Okay, then we need to turn that camera. That camera needs to, the computer needs to rotate, face the screen.
Wanted to see this come back. So round of applause for everybody that you see.
Well, he's in right now. He's co-hosted right now.
Zach, can you move to the next slide?
Yeah, there.
Thank you, especially to our top tier sponsors, City of Orlando, Orange County Cluster Initiative, which wants a focus on gaming technologies. So they're looking at Space Jam as one of those things that's actually going to move this region forward. And of course, our longtime sponsor and support of Space Florida. So round of applause for those. And of course, as you know, we are still under COVID-19 safety protocols. So as you all came in, you checked your temperatures. Hopefully nobody came in with a fever, but if you do have a fever, let's say tomorrow, be virtual, and we'll let you know. Of course, wash your hands. We will have disinfectant as well in different places. Please wear a face mask when you're up and about. When you're seated at a distance and eating, it's okay to take off your mask. When you're in the rooms, keep some distance. And of course, we hope that all of you are vaccinated. If you're not, please wear a mask. Once I move the screen. But this is the 7th Galactic space jam. So it's kind of amazing to see that it's grown over all these years. Each year we've had different things that have happened. We've had people find jobs, we've had new studios form, we've had people win contracts. The thing is, it acts as a magnet to start conversations. So I often say we manufacture serendipity. Coming here, you may find a friend, you may make a cool game, but even 6 months from now, some of the relationships you form tonight might manifest into something. Chad, your screen. Now, we have a special guest who came here from Patrick Air Force Base. So we'd like to welcome up onto the stage. It's like, all right, General Purdy.
Select Colonel Space Force for the invite. We brought a few of us over here from Patrick Space Force Base and Cape Canaveral Space Force Station. You may not have heard of you've probably heard of Cape Canaveral. We launch rockets, put satellites in orbit, so it's pretty cool stuff. We're really excited. So I actually love games and I love space. So when I found out there was a thing called Game in Space in the same title, I was like, I'll be out there. As a background for me, so I'm Brigadier General Steve Purdy. I've been in the Air Force most of my life, and then as the Space Force was created a couple years ago, I transitioned into the Space Force. I've been doing space most of my life, building satellites and rockets. I started as a computer engineer and computer science master's degree. Didn't stick with the computer science piece as I went into the service, as I went into more management and leadership. But I maintained a lifelong interest in gaming and internet. I'm old enough that when I was in college, the internet started. And so I programmed in HTML and text and programmed our university's first HTML pages and whatnot. So it was fun, so I kept with it all through it. So from a gaming perspective, from Atari and Commodore 64 and Macs and PCs and consoles, I love all that stuff. So from a Space Force perspective, Space Force has been around a couple of years. We're highly interested in digital. We're highly interested in becoming a digital service. And so it's, as we split out from the Air Force, we're really driving hard to get into that mindset and world. And over at Patrick and Kate, we're doing things like trying really radical stuff in our bureaucratic government world. We're trying to eliminate wasted meetings. We're trying to eliminate things like PowerPoint, Word documents that go to all live streaming data online. We're trying to do things like get rid of emails and just chat in Discord-like chat channels, and that's our calling. We're really trying to get into that world. And we're trying to do that because we want to get into the digital and we want to seize on those innovation aspects that a lot of the digital world does and the gaming world does. From a Space Force perspective, after they started, one of the first personnel things that they did is they set up a program called Supercoders. We're actually starting to, instead of contracting out all our code and having companies do it, we're actually training our own forces how to do that. So people that have actually shown coding aptitude, we put them through a test, and then we send them to our Platform 1 element there in Colorado Springs, where they learn for about 6 months in an intensive coding class. And then we want to bring them back, and then they're going to be coding back at their unit, actual military uniform and civilian code, which is a new thing for us. It's an element of the kind of thing we're trying to do. We also like gaming at Patrick. We're doing something that we think we know no one in the Space Force is doing. I don't think anyone in the Air Force is doing it at this level, and I don't really think anyone in the DoD is doing it. We're setting up a gaming lounge at Patrick Space Force Base, where there'll be live Twitch streaming and YouTube streaming of games, where we're going to hook up to the Air Force gaming, network. So there are active gaming communities in the services that compete against each other in the armed forces. So I want to live stream those in there. We'll have a bar in there. We'll have PCs for the PC Overlord Master Race types that want to go compete against each other. The consoles and the Xbox and the PlayStations and some switches right there. On the bar there. So really excited about that. It's actually a walking distance to our dorms, so our folks will be able to, our dorm residents will be able to get to that. So we're really excited to try to do that at 24/7. So, and as we move into all that, let me just transition a little bit to the space piece. And instead of just talking about all the cool things Space Force is doing, let me just elevate space. If you're interested in space at all, I ask you to do one thing. Pay attention this next week. If you don't know what's going on, one of the most historic things that's ever happened in space is happening this next week. Cast your eyes to the right over at Cape Canaveral at Kennedy Space Center. About Wednesday or about Thursday, SpaceX launching the Falcon 9 is going to launch 4 astronauts into space. But this is different. They're not launching ISS. Yeah, it's really cool. They're not launching to the ISS, to the space station. These are 4 civilian astronauts. They're not military astronauts, not NASA civilian astronauts. They're normal, they call themselves normal human beings. They're gonna launch up and they're gonna go above the space station and they're gonna orbit for 3 days around. They're gonna float around and just enjoy the universe, enjoy space, and enjoy the Earth from a completely different perspective. And then they're gonna come back in. It's really cool. We have had paid passengers before, but never a complete crew that was completely civilianized. It's really the start of what us space, because I'm a military guy, but I love space. I want commercial industry and commercial folks to get into space. I want space tourism. It's exciting, and this is really the first step in that area. So pay attention to that. That'll be next week. It's kind of iffy on the timelines because they've got a big wide open time, so they're going to try to go in multiple different rounds. But just pay attention to the socials, you go and see all that. So the final thing, the reason we're here, we're super interested when we found out what was going on in these game jams. We really weren't tracking it. Because of these coding activities that we're doing, we really like innovative concepts. So we're interested to see the kinds of on-the-spot innovations that you do as part of your teams. Your different thinking, you're switching into a different direction. You're failing fast, you're taking risks. Those are all the qualities that we're seeking in the Space Force and the service. So we're hoping that we can kind of watch what you do, learn about some of these game jams, and then I actually have a secret hope that in the future we can get up some of our own gamers, our own coders, bring them here and introduce and do some competitions back and forth. So hey, have a lot of fun this weekend. We're really excited to start the relationship, and good luck to y'all. Woo!
So, space, there's a lot of space in space. I believe I'm 6 feet away, at least from all of you. So I'm going to take off. Visor number 1. There's no cones in space also. I'll take off visor number 2. No. Nobody else do this, please.
Nobody else do this? So as you can see, we have a good track record of innovation across these events. And your efforts here are being watched. And come next year, maybe you'll face off against the United States military. And, the most awesome force in the universe. It's like you're gonna go against Thanos. So as you can see in previous years, you guys will be working in teams to work on your game. Use tonight to plan, and then Sunday, hell or high water, have your game done. Key above all else is to have fun. And we're going to also take a selfie towards the very end of the survivors. So there's going to be a lot of work. This is actually year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4, year 5, year 7, year 6. I don't know what happened, but they were there. They survived.
I was there.
We have survivors. Now, here's another thing that we need help with. In space, they can't hear you, but you know what? If you take pictures, you take video, people will know that you were here. And if it's not on social, and if it didn't get a hashtag, it didn't happen. People can't see you. So please use hashtag IndieGalactic21. If you are troubled by writing 21, you can also write IndieGalactic or IGSJ21. We'll be tracking all 3 of those. Just so we get through generally how this is going to go. We're a little bit behind, but as soon as we wrap up here, we're going to invite all the brave souls that actually want to pitch game concepts using space up here. You guys are going to pitch your game and form your teams. By tonight at 11, go home. Take a shower, get some rest, come back in the morning. Tomorrow we'll have breakfast for you all, and we'll have lunch, and we'll have dinner. So please don't leave. And then go home at 11.
It's 11.
Sunday, come back, we'll have breakfast again. At lunch, we'll have calls for help. So any last minute things aren't working, you need help, let us know what's going on. And by 3 o'clock, upload your games, digitally or penciled or down. And then walk around and see what other people have been up to. At 6, we'll have dinner, and then we'll have presentations beginning at 7. And then hopefully by 9, we go home. So we're going to get started with the pitches. I'm going to ask people that want to pitch a game to line up over here. And then when you present, a few key things to remember: speak loudly, keep the mic up to your face, not over here, not over here, not over here, right here. Say your name, first and last name, what's the name of your game, what's the space concept? You know, is it satellite maintenance? Is it, space junk? Is it a dome-based game? What is it? And what platform are you planning to use? Is this a VR game on Oculus? Is this augmented reality? Is this using, is this a Steam-based PC game? Is this a mobile game? What tools are you going to be using? Unity or Unreal? And then say what your talents are. So if you're a 3D artist or a programmer, and then what do you need for your team? You're lobbying to the audience to join you. And just know that we love you, and you can do this. We'll be here to help. We have space pros here. We have video game pros. You'll be able to do this. And remember to take pictures, because if you don't, it didn't happen. And you can win money. So, Dale, are you here?
Yes.
All right, Dale. Dale Ketchum from Space Florida. Give him a round of applause. Dale's going to talk about Space Florida, our main sponsors, and how you guys can win money.
I won't take up much of your time. For those of you who've been coming here before, Space Florida thinks a great deal about what all that you guys are trying to do, and anything we can help do to elevate the profile of not just this weekend, but the industry and the capability and the personnel and the talent that Central Florida has to do what you guys do, I think is critically important. And hopefully we're going to be able to continue to build. Obviously having General Purdy here in Space Force, and hopefully their further engagement next year will help to elevate. If Space Force thinks this is a value, then it's going to be that much easier to get NASA to get even more involved. I know they've been involved in the past. And then if you have Space Force and you have NASA, then you have the customers, and it's going to be really easy to get the contractors to show up in an even bigger way. And we've got a real opportunity to further grow this capability and to make this really be a significant event. Not that it's not already, it's primarily fun. That's why you guys are here, and that's what makes it fun. But that's the value of it. So Space Florida is really happy to continue to provide prize money, because this is America. And and we'll cash us and help things along. So we'll continue to do that if you guys continue to have fun and create good products. Thank you.
You can see there's $5,000 and actually a little bit more that's going to be paid out this weekend. So first prize is going to get $3,000, second prize $1,500, and third place $500. That's to be split amongst your team. You do need to make certain that whoever's on your team is registered. We're going to have a sign up sheet where you list out who's on your team. This way, someone doesn't show up in the last hour of Sunday and go like, "Hey man, I've been here the whole time." How about that $1,000? So please make sure you write down and give credit to whoever's on your team. It does have to involve some real space science. So for the space professionals that are going to be floating around tonight and over the weekend, definitely reach out to them, show them what you're working on, take their advice. It does need to be visually appealing and have some clarity of presentation. It needs to be fun. These are games. And a bonus, highlight Florida being a part of the space industry in some way. And you will be uploading to ish.io. And again, please do list who is on your team. Now, some things to consider, like what am I going to make? For some of the people that are pitching here, I believe you guys have probably pitched before. You're free to pitch anything. But there is some interest in producing planetary dome-style games. So, for the best dome-based game, there's also going to be a $500 prize for that. And this text is not. But also, over this weekend, if any of you have a spacey t-shirt, not a Space Jam t-shirt, but something of your own, best t-shirt is going to win an Xbox Space Jam controller. This thing is about $150, so it's not a bad price at all. So all you have to do is have some really cool space swag and take a picture of it and use the hashtag, and you can get this controller. And so with that, I'm going to call the brave souls that want to pitch a game right over here, where you see Ari waving your hands, using cool dance moves, using the usher. Jordan, are you ready to write down? Okay. In 20 seconds, I'm going to call up folks to do their pitches.
Still wants to go first.
Yeah.
Should we just hang right here? Yeah.
And the way this is going to go is you're going to have 60 seconds to do your pitch. And again, you want to state your name. You want to state what the name of your game is, your skill sets, what you're looking for, what platform this is. Jordan is going to write down the name of your game. Take that sheet, and then we want you guys to line up in the hallway where you guys got your temperature check. Then we're eventually going to call the audience down to come and join your team. And it's survival of the fittest, so the teams that have all the resources will be teams that can actually proceed forward and make their game for this weekend. Chad's going to put up a screen here to track all the games as they're being pitched.
Get all them ready, yeah. Just make sure they're clear about what the name of the game is.
Sure. Chad, you're switching screens?
And if anybody's in the Zoom call that wants to pitch, let me know in the chats below. Okay, thank you.
I'm up at the camera.
All right, here we go. Out on the
Live
first try.
H.
That is not very live.
Semi-live.
Oh, I do.
It should say hello.
All right, we're gonna get started. So kick it off, Adrian. You have 60 seconds.
Everyone.
Hello, everyone. My name is Adrian, This is Austin, we're for A Square Case Simulation. We're here to give you a pitch on what not to discuss. Here's an actual example of what you're supposed to do. Anyways, we have 60 seconds. We have to keep it very quickly and to determine it. Austin.
Cool. Hello, as you said, my name is Austin. So after a freak solar flare strikes the orbiting station Horizon, the station's artificial intelligence reboots and decides, hey, I don't really need people anymore. So having seen this, the remote administration is now sending a crew up to space to rescue the remaining crew members on the orbiting space station. Our game is called The Horizon We Lost. This is going to feature a 2 PC players and 2 VR players in a multiplayer network game. Ooh, we'll see if that works. The Horizon We Lost is going to be focusing around allowing administrator control, artificial intelligence, you can play that player, that is going to try to do everything in its power to kill the players. The administrator is going to try to do everything in its power to save the players. And the players kind of, I don't know, they fumble around trying to survive. See how it works. So we are building this in the Unity engine using the XR Interaction Toolkit and Photon for our programming. We are currently a full stack team. We are not accepting people, but if you want to hang out, chat, see how things are going, feel free to chat with us. We're going to be actually working remote game space. So if you happen to be over there, say hi. Stop by our office. That's our pitch.
That was literally 60 seconds. All right, next up.
My name is Walton. I'm a game called Jumpsuit. Jumpsuit is sequel to a game made a month after the last situation. Basically, you're an astronaut shooting gas if situation is net. And basically, things to improve on the first game and add multiplayer. We do need people, we need programmers, animators, modelers, everyone basically. And I want to make it Unity or Unreal if we get people. If not, we'll be making it in solution. And my skill sets are game design, hands-on animation.
Full jacket.
Yeah, you can see it.
Hi, my name is Josh Peters. I know very little about game development. I am a developer, my game concept is called Today Mars, Tomorrow the Stars. I'd like to create a short narrative-driven point-and-click game with 3 to 4 scenes depicting pivotal moments in the history of astronomy and space travel, which guides the player through mankind's long journey to the stars and inspires them to look forward to a future beyond them. The goal, like I said, is hopefully very simple. I'm not sure about the scope, but the idea is 3 to 4 scenes, point-and-click style, something about the ancient past and mankind looking to the stars, and then something about maybe some history behind astronomy, maybe a scene with Galileo building his telescope, and then beyond that. So in terms of who we need, I mean, anybody who's interested, feel free. Probably need somebody to do some hands-on scenes. We'll be working in Unity and using a tool called the Adventure Creator, which I have very little experience in. I'm hoping to get a little experience this weekend. So that's it.
My name is Sean Cruz. I'm a programmer with Dignitas Technologies, and the name of our game is Space Rap, Pluto's Revenge. So the goal of the game is to collect trash around space and stop Pluto from becoming a planet again. Need no one, we got all the people we need, and we're going to be doing the same in Unity 2D.
And I'm the tech artist, and this is the bill. And we're going to be making a game called Grind.
Brian, all caps. G-R-I-N.
open world survival crafting game in space with online multiplayer. Art would be really nice. It's gonna be an unreal.
You said an open world survival.
Crafting. Online multiplayer, that's really cool.
Okay, I'll put that in.
We also need happy. I'm a programmer. Thanks for listening.
I would say that they were great because doing online multiplayer over a weekend in game jam is very, very difficult, but Nabil and Yogi very experienced. So let's see what happens. We'll bring a lot of Mountain Dew.
Thank you. My name is Cindy Moon, and I'm a farmer and a poet. And my game is called Freedom of Peach. And I want it to be like Galactic, and it can be open world, and I'll have different levels like 3D Shinola, 3D Hong Kong, and 3D Jimbo, 3D Penny. And I'm only working with any team. I'm going to take it as an assistant and
Right?
Hi, everybody. I'm Trey. It's great to see all the familiar faces I know, all the new faces I'm meeting, and all of you that I can't perceive that I assume have faces online. That's great. A lot of unprecedented stuff's been happening. Some of it's exciting, some of it's scary, like space tourism. Who would have thought? Not me. Not me. This year's about a lot of things: continuity, the internet, expansion. Don't make it weird. Like space, we plan to expand our scope each year and try new things. And since Halloween is happening earlier every year, we want to make a creepy game with frights and killer thrills on a spooky space station. So our group is called Chat Dimensional. Think about that for a second. We have a team of 5 or 6 people who are working in Unity to make a narrative-driven adventure that's a survival horror game about space tourism, but scary. As for our skill sets, we have 2 programmers, an artist, a designer, and a producer who is afraid of crowds.
Don't forget your sheet.
You can do it.
Hello, my name's Jonathan Montague. I'm making a stationary VR game, which is just about space and pressing buttons. So your goal is to make it to another planet while avoiding meteors and aliens. I'm going to need 2 programmers, an artist, and that should be about it. And the name of the game is called Mission Control.
What platform?
Or VR, Oculus.
Do you have a preference on engine?
Yes, Unity. I am a Unity VR developer, and I also do Maya and Blender. But I'm still going to need a few programmers and artists, preferably 2D animation. That should be about it.
Next up.
Yep.
Good afternoon, everybody. Sorry. Yes, very good. My name is Jonathan. This is Jeremy. We're going to be pitching a project called Mission Moonbound. Our game will be a space station on the moon that will simulate what it would be like to live on the moon. Players will have to understand what it's like to avoid health conditions that could arise from living in a place with such lack of gravity. Conditions such as osteoporosis due to the lack of physical motion because of the lack of gravity. Players will have to do repairs, fix issues that could arise from living in a place as peerless as the moon and do routine maintenance. Our team consists of 2 software engineers, a designer, and an artist. And we are also looking for someone with environmental art as well. The game will be made in Unity for both Windows and WebGL. Thank you very much.
My name is Brian Wallace. I'm creating a game called, or that I'm going to call Astronaut. I'm mainly, say it again? Astronaut. It's gonna be kind of a new style, first-person shooter kind of thing, made in Unity. I won't have a lot of time this couple days, so I plan on working alone. But I want to read it right now. So if you want to work for me, I'll take that.
Hello, my name is William Bertrand. I am with a friend of mine. It's called Strong Arm Shuttles. It's a game about a space slingshot that launches shuttles to other planets for space tourism. And basically, the idea is you align yourself in orbit of the Earth with this space shuttle. It sends you off. You avoid obstacles on your way to the next planet, and then land yourself on another shuttle arm on the next planet, and then repeat or the next level, or difficult, stuff like that. What we primarily need is a sound designer, hopefully, and maybe another artist. We have 2 programmers, an artist, a 3D modeler, and that's it. Thank you.
Okay. My name is Wyatt Hartfield. I'm a game designer, and I'm making a game. Right. I'm making a first-person survival game called Carrier. That's C-A-R-R-I-E-R. And it is a first-person survival game where you play as an engineer on a spacecraft on its last leg, sharing back to Earth. But the ship itself is also on its last leg, so you're going to have to fix it before it blows up. There's a lot of random events that are going to happen, and they're going to go out and grab you or go out. Should be good. We don't need anybody, but feel free to check in on our progress. It's going to be developed in Unity 3D. Can't wait to show it to you guys. I think I'm done.
Hello, everybody. My name is Juan. This is Josh and Julie. We're here to make a game called Orbital Fallout, and it's kind of like a escape the room VR game. It's also possible and escape a space station and go into an escape pod and land back on it. Anything else? That's it. We're going to use Unity. We're using Oculus and the XR toolkit.
Thank you, David.
Great, thanks. So is that it? Is it the final pitch? Any others?
Final one.
Any other brave souls out there? When the last person pitch? Going once? Oh.
Peer pressure, it works.
There is peer pressure in space.
All right, so I'm Ross. The reason I didn't get up is because someone kind of half-baked, but I didn't see anyone using Unreal. I kind of want to use Unreal because I'm more experienced with that. Basically, my half-baked idea was it's called like Spaceballs. Or Spaceballs. Basically, the idea was that there's kind of like 2 astronauts in the space station that are bored, and they're trying to figure out. They made up their own game called Spaceball. It's kind of like a 0G kind of handball thing. I don't know if you watch handball games. That's kind of the idea that I've got going here. So yeah, I'm a programmer, so I would need 3D modeler, probably a couple, and just anyone really.
Thank you.
Lots of physics in that game. Any other people that want to pitch? If not, then we're on to the next phase, which is going to be all of you in the audience. If you're not a part of a team already, if you're a programmer, an artist, a designer, you do sound or music, you're going to want to go out there into the hallway and then see which team you want to join. And if the team has enough people to actually go forward, then you guys can go up and onto your home base. You're going to go up to the classrooms through the clubhouse where the pizza was. So we're going to actually ask all of you to come on down and go down to the hallway and then figure out which team you want to join. So talk to the different people at pitch, figure out your team, and then once you guys are confident you have something, head over to the classrooms, set up your home base.
Going friends.
Make friends. Oh, actually, wait, hold on. We have a Zoom pitch?
Space.
I have a Zoom pitch up here.
Okay, well, I was wrong. There's a Zoom pitch. So let's see how this goes.
Yeah, so this is by April. She's a Zoom participant. It's going to be called Space Glam.
Space Glam, okay.
And it's made in Unity. And I will read the description here. It says, Space Glam is a competitive local two-player game where the objective is to upgrade and decorate your spaceship as quickly as possible. You'll have to grab decorations that appear in your workshop before your opponent and carry them back to your ship while avoiding obstacles. Some decorations are more glam than others, so you have to race to get the best ship that you can. Needs programmers on the project. And that is Space Glam.
Fine. Okay. Oh, and also, we have somebody from UCF who's going to be going around and actually interviewing students that are here, and especially from UCF. Talk to right there. Actually, you know what? Come on up. Just introduce yourself. I know you're here from UCF first story.
So we'll be covering this event. Anyone from UCF that wants to kind of be involved in the story, just come talk to me and we'll have some conversation.
What's your name?
My name is Adam Gassinelli. I'm a UCF journalism student, and we're at which is our publication at UCF.
Good show, man. Good show, man. Any folks out there from UCF? Couple hands. Yeah. So talk to them about this. We also have Marco Santana from Orlando Tech News. He's going to be floating out there as well, capturing stories. So Marco, wave your hand. You're also going to see Dave as well. He's going to be capturing video. So whenever you see him coming, work diligently. Don't goof off. Only goof off once. So I believe that's it, right? Any other Zoom pitches?
Hey, so what are these red shirts?
Oh, yeah. So if you notice somebody wearing a red shirt, these are people that are part of our Space Force. We will organize the event. We're handling logistics. If you run into any problems whatsoever, find somebody wearing a red shirt, and we can hopefully help you out. That could be internet-related issues, and there will be some. It could be, hey, you're looking for snacks. We'll go help you find some. If you need a resource of some kind, maybe we'll go out there and hunt for you. But if you run into any problems, come find a red shirt. So appreciate that. Chad, any other announcements?
No, I think we're good. I think the presenters can go out the hallway first. Let's have a big mass crazy for all of them, and then everyone else can follow suit.
Awesome. So all the presenters head on out to the hallway, find some wall space, put your sheet up, and then right after that, we're going to ask all of the attendees here, if you're not on a team, find a team out there in the hallway, And if the team is full, head on up to the clubhouse, past the clubhouse, and up to the classrooms to set up your home base. And for any of our guests that are from the space industry, chit chat with some of the teams, ask them, about their thoughts, offer any advice along the way. So with that, I'm excited to see teams that end up forming. And by the way, if you don't have a team, ultimately, maybe you don't have enough people that have joined your team, find another team to join. And if you're on the Discord, you can offer up your services, and you'll probably find a home. If you can't find a team to join, come find a red shirt, and we'll find you a home.
Red shirts, we're not expendable after all.
Absolutely. I'm a big believer in Star Trek: The Next Generation, where red shirts became, more than the people that just died. So I guess all of you guys just head on down. Looks like all the people that have pitched ideas are out. So go find a team. And then once you guys are filled, go up to the classrooms. Thanks, everyone.
Yeah. So yeah, there's an idea I thought in my head, but there's no way I was going to be able to develop it over this weekend. But I do want to share the idea to you at the very least, and kind of get your vibes on it. Remember a few years ago where I had that one game where like you're on a Mars, basically we're kind of restarting it after kind of.
I remember, yeah, you were on that team. That was great.
Well, that was my pitch. So I had a similar idea. So the idea we call.
What's going on, Zoom people? How's everyone doing today? I got I guess nothing box. If you got a description, feel free to put it into the pitch doc for me, the description here, and I'll make sure that copies over because I have the list up here right with me. And so we'll have Tony. Tony's here. He's in the visor now. He's going to be one of the individuals manning the Discord through the weekend. April says hi, Tony. So we're going to be in and out of this Zoom as we migrate and come back in. So just be aware. This year, Mike, we're going to be posting the images from the Discord. Can you link the Discord? I can do that. I'm going to sync out here. I might pull down off the projector if you give me a few moments. Actually, can you go down to the computer down at the bottom and can you copy over the Discord link into the chat via the laptop down there? Okay. So yeah, Tony's going to post that for you, Blast, as we go through. Anyways, but Mike, we're going to post there's no specific like diversifiers, but we have, since it's Space Jam, we'll have the prize money areas. Look at that, Steve on planet. Nice job, Steve. Give me a thumbs up down there. Oh, okay. Well, and so we're going to be posting the images from the presentation, so you can see, if it's a dome game. There's stuff for the space requirements for Space Florida. Those are the two major pieces, Mike. Anybody else on Zoom have any other initial questions before we kind of migrate over? Nothing box. Did you have a pitch? Oh, okay, cool. Awesome. Sweet. Awesome. Cool. How was the, just so I get you guys as participants, because I can't really hear from my end, how was everything on your guys' end? Give me a kind of initial thoughts here, and so we can kind of, as we mitigate this weekend crazy, because, this won't be the last time, so 1 second. Okay, those are good to know on the presenters. it's we couldn't share an audio feed from the Progenitor IP, so we put a secondary laptop down there. And we tried to be as close as we can to the presenters, but we'll do our best to do what we can to improve that for Sunday for sure. Kayla, I hope I pronounced that right. So for the be a part of a team, your the best piece is going to be communicate into Discord. If you reach out to Tony, he's going to be the main moderator. He will help support you and kind of put you into a potential place in need. If you ping him in the Discord or in one of the specific Space Jam channels, there's probably going to be a channel that's going to be needs or helps wanted. That's definitely going to be where that's going to be handled. Is everyone here in the Zoom on the Discord? Anyone not on the Discord? Okay, cool. I got about 10 digital participants here, so I'm glad that you're excited because it's been an interesting couple weeks. You know, we've been planning a lot of stuff on the back bender. You know, collectively as an organization and in a community, we've been kind of planning some stuff in the background, and we're really excited to finally be able to start to slowly open up the veil. As we kind of go through still the situation that the world's in on a variety of fronts. We're going to do our best to mitigate the best ways possible. Oh, of course. Here we go. So, over to my other computer here. Up. As can watch it. So we have where orbit. Have its in Unity. Okay, it's a puzzle card game. And you guide spaceship to finish line. And what else we got? Player uses star cards to alter the space direction because it's one more way to move forward. And you need sounds. Needs sound. 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 There we go. Thanks, Ruby. I do what I can. It's kind of crazy up here. I have my laptop that's plugged into the projector, which is pushing, and then I'm sharing the screen that I'm pushing through OBS, and I'm zooming, and through the Facebook Live, it's all together as all craziness. So and Facebook is going too. So, which I'm going to end Facebook Live. It's not triggering that.